Hey, what's going on, everybody? SeoulStEaL here, and we're back with yet another game of Starcraft 2 Evo. This time, we got a nice little twist to it. It's the Brood War Zerg versus the Starcraft 2 Protoss. At the top left, we have ourselves the Starcraft 2 Protoss. It is Cassidy. And me, at the bottom right, as the yellow Brood War Zerg. Yes, that's right. Starcraft 2 Protoss versus Brood War Zerg. So I won't have queens for creep spread. I won't have queens for injects. So that means that I'm saving money on queens, but in exchange, I have to expand more frequently, and I also need macro hatches to make up for the production loss that from the production loss of Zerg versus the Starcraft 2 factions. Just in general, it feels like Brood War Zerg has more money to play with. Oh, actually, realistically, all the Brood War variations seem to have more money to play with. I don't know what it is. Maybe just because since you have to produce units slowly from the production structures as they are. So, for instance, like with the hatcheries, you can't speed up the production by adding extra larvae. With Protoss, you can't just warp in and chrono boost, and with Terran, you just can't double produce Marines with reactors or anything like that. So it feels like you just have more money because you're not building as fast, but in exchange, you need more production structures to make up for it. So I don't know, maybe the extra production just counteracts that. I don't know how it's working necessarily, but it definitely feels like the Brood War factions just have more money to play with than the StarCraft 2 ones in this mod. But in exchange, the StarCraft 2 versions, the variations, feel like they have more damage potential. But here we are with the Brood War Zerglings, ones with the hands that scratch and sniff on your production structures and your units. The scratching and sniffing. But yeah, I'm going ahead and getting myself. That is now my natural base, but it's actually my fourth base here. Playing extremely greedy in this scenario here. But because I feel like I need that kind of production to be able to keep it with a StarCraft 2 Protoss, at least the potential that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to get away with it. Like, I don't have queens to hold off against, like, adepts cheaply. And unfortunately for Cassidy right here, he forgot his second pylon. So right here is already kind of a death sentence in that he's losing a second pylon for free. His second pylon was in my natural and he forgot to rebuild it. So here we are. He's going to lose this pylon here, and now we're going to see quite a few workers die as a result of this mistake. 4 probes do go down, and on top of that, a pylon, 2 pylons for the 4 lings. So if we look at the resources lost, 400 resources versus 100, quite a bit of loss. And now this is these 2 things are delayed: Warp Gate and the Adept here. All while on the other side of the map, on my side of the map, I'm getting myself a lair. I got link speed, got a Hydros Den going down. I have 33 workers to Cassie's 21. Things are going nicely for me. They're looking very good for me. Unfortunately, this also means for Cassie that he can now no longer do any adept aggression against me, at least not like a 1 or 2 adept harass, because the window has closed. He missed this opportunity because he was supply blocked, and he took some mineral losses as a result of it. Now we have, on my side of the map, I'm getting an Evo, I'm getting, so used to that being rich speed, but in this mod, it's Hydra speed. Hydraless movement speed. I am now sitting on 48 workers, and I'm starting to get more lings for defense and for aggression. And Cassie, he's looking like he wants to set up from a 3rd base. He can't afford it yet. I mean, he can, but he can and he can't, you see, because he needs to get himself some infrastructure for his unit production. 1 gateway and 1 robo at this point of the game, at this stage of the game, ain't gonna cut it with no aggression. And right now, things are looking very grim for him in this already. Like the map, I'm getting more map control with my Overlord spread. There's no opposition. We have very fast Colossus though. The Colossus and Colossus range And in addition, we're getting some shield batteries. Warp gate has finished, getting an additional robo and additional 2 more gates. So 3 gate double robo. And no third still in sight. So Cassidy, this is not looking too good. The double robo, when it's StarCraft 2 Protoss, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And even in this scenario, even if you're stuck on 2 bases. That's just to me though. But maybe Cassidy's feeling like the only way he's going to win is by having as many units that do bonus the damage to light as he can. We have ourselves Hydras on coming on out here. And 1/1, +1 melee and Carapace. Gases are not being mined in the natural. And now we have a pylon bank going on over here. Now this is something that you would see in Brood War, because unlike StarCraft 2, where you basically want to add additional layers of redundancy for your production, in Brood War, like, your space is limited, so you would build pylon walls or supply depot lines or pylon lines to try to get them out of the way. But you still need a supply. So you might be wondering, why didn't you not just use it to power up his structures, like add a few over here? It's a choice thing. It's a matter of choice what you do at the end of the day. But this is not going to hurt anybody doing this either. But Cassidy, he's got to do something, because as the game progresses, he's going to be running out of time. Like, well, obviously he's going to be running out of time, but like, as the game is going on, I'm just getting more and more bases freely, uncontested. And it's just going to get worse for him. Like, if we look at the map right now, Cassie's vision versus my vision, like, I can see everything, right? So I see this attack on the way, and I'm just thinking, okay, I just need to continue to only make units. My thought process here was to get the Spire for Scourge, but I realized when he decided to move out, my time to do this has ran out. So I'm doing like a little bit of a run by simultaneously, trying to keep his attention away from his army. And here we go. So Cassie's got 3 Colossus, a handful of Stalkers, and a Sentry, and an Adept. But I have a nice Hydra lane spread. And here we go. I was preparing for him to like try to engage my 3rd, but he went to my 4th. And things... my Hydras are on top of his Colossus, so things are not looking very good for Cassidy here. Unfortunately, this last Colossus is gonna go down, and now the recall has been made, but not before losing a big chunk of his expensive army. Now, we are even in resources lost, but this is also deceiving if you were to look at this game and only look at this number, comparing the game right now to what you see here with this number. Like, you might think, oh, that's a close game, but then you look at the map and you're like, oh, things are not looking very good here. 7-base Zerg, you know, versus a 2-base Protoss. But yeah, anyway, that's GG. Hope you guys enjoyed this short game. If you guys enjoyed the content, be sure to give the channel a follow, leave a like, and leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.